Hi, I still don't have a formal intro. As you can see, things are a little bit different here in the stewed, as Justin McElroy would say, and that is because I'm recording on a different camera, in a different room in my house. And that is because it is, and this is true, 100,000 degrees outside.
Oh, that's a little bright.
So recording in my office is a little bit much. But don't worry, we still got some stuff to talk about. We are joined here by my orange cat Newton and my tuxie Oreo. However, recent goings on in the UK have had me saying,
what the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Because I'm in America. And right now, this is what the state of our political landscape looks like. Like me, you saw this picture and were curious about the context of it, don't worry, I did some Googling. We're gonna try and figure that out right now. So in order to figure this out, the first thing that we need to know is who Nigel Farage is. Nigel Farage was born on April 3rd in 1964 in Farborough, England. His father, Guy, that's his real name by the way, was an alcoholic stockbroker who abandoned his wife and child when Nigel was just 5 years old. From ages 11 to 18, Nigel attended Dulwich College, which is a tuition-based private school many other UK politicians have attended. In fact, he was convinced to join Britain's Conservative Party after the visit of alumnus Keith Joseph, one of Margaret Thatcher's personal buttsuckers.
Fucking embarrassing.
During his time there, Farage was known for being a big racist loser to not only his black classmates, but his Jewish and Middle Eastern classmates as well. In fact, in 2025, alumni of the college signed a formal letter asking Farage to apologize for his behavior, which he called, quote, a naked attempt to discredit both him and the Reform Party.
Sure, Jan.
While Nigel and some other students claim these incidents and this behavior didn't happen, according to Daniel Boffey for The Guardian, English teacher Chloe Deacon wrote to the head teacher asking him to reconsider making Farage a prefect because of his, quote, publicly professed racist and neo-fascist views. Deacon also said many students caught Farage, quote, goose-stepping during cadet marches, and that he was well known as a bully, even though other teachers and administrators openly chose to overlook his behavior. When Farage graduated in 1982, you'll never guess what he did. Did you guess commodities trading Nepo baby? Because if so, you win. He left the larger Conservative Party in 1992 to protest then Prime Minister John Major signing the EU treaty and joined the Anti-Federalist League. Because what doesn't say neo-fascist other than,
these conservatives are not conservative enough for me.
In 1993, he became a founding member of the UK Independence Party, or UKIP. And in 1999, he was elected to a seat in the European Parliament for the first time, where he took perhaps the most risless portrait any politician has ever taken, ever. This is a side note, but European Parliament is different than British Parliament, which I didn't know this. British Parliament is specific to Britain, where European Parliament was at that time a legislative body that governed a larger body of countries that made up the European Union. So think of him less as a state senator and more of a federal senator, which sucks infinitely more. Instead of going through the entirety of his career because it is 1 year younger than I am, I want to go through his general body of beliefs and the inciting incident that got us to the Drake versus Kendrick of Britain, Nigel versus Binface. I'm gonna try and do a timeline instead of going topic by topic because, unfortunately for anybody who is making a commentary video about him, this dude will never shut the fuck up about anything. I also think that if I do slides on a PowerPoint, it will just ultimately save us a lot of time. So, here is that PowerPoint. The only good thing Nigel Farage has ever done in this world is invite that little girl who found a sword in a lake onto his show so that we could relish in this moment.
bring in Her Majesty. It's time to knight Mr. Farage.
Oh,
if you would like to
good.
kneel there.
Come on then. Don't hurt me. Well, thank you.
You are
There we
now
go.
Sir Nigel Farage. We're also making you Honorary British Ambassador to America and Honorary MP for South Thanet because they
Thank
didn't
you.
elect you for real. So arise, Sir Nigel.
Thank you very much. I'm honoured.
My mummy says you hate foreigners.
No.
So, all that being said, we have to talk about why human testicular growth Nigel Farage is in the headlines right now. From Paul Seddon for the BBC, Farage's announcement came after the Sunday Times reported he received financial support from a long-standing ally before he became MP, which he did not declare to parliamentary authorities after his election in 2024. The story came after it emerged earlier this year he separately received £5 million gift from a party donor before the election, which he also did not declare. The revelations have prompted a row between Farage and opposition parties, along with extensive media coverage of his financial affairs. But in a video statement, Farage said he had done nothing wrong and that he wanted voters to judge his actions rather than journalists, adding that parliamentary investigations had become, quote, a political tool. He also said he spent the weekend thinking about his future after complaining about media treatment of his family in the wake of the Sunday Times story being published. This is important because allegedly this £5 million gift came from Christopher Harborne, a Thailand-based British crypto investor, which is before the other undeclared financial gift from George Cottrell, an ally who was jailed for almost a year in 2017 in the United States for wire fraud. Seddon states that the reason why this is a problem is because newly elected MPs have to declare benefits or gifts, including accommodation received in the 12 months before the election relating to their parliamentary or political activities. Nigel claims that the gift was unconditional, but given what he's already said in the past about reducing taxes on crypto and taxes for people inheriting money in general, I find that hard to believe. The investigation started in May and is only paused because of the election campaign that's Can I help you? The investigation started in May and is only paused because of the election campaign that's going on right now. But if he gets re-elected, the investigation will be unsuspended.
He's a cooking something up.
So now we come to the man of the hour, Count Binface. Count Binface is referred to as a novelty candidate, kind of like our version of Vermin Supreme. Binface was born Jonathan Harvey in Croydon in 1980 and experienced a chaotic and unstable upbringing. However, he graduated from the University of Oxford with a BA in Classic Lit, and as a fellow Lit major myself, might I say, we love this for him. Binface worked as a scriptwriter before donning the persona of Lord Buckethead in 2017 when running against Theresa May. He decided to use his persona after watching the 1984 Star Wars parody Hyperspace, after the character had already been used in an election in 1987 and 1992. Unfortunately, he had to stop using that character specifically because Todd Durham, the director of Hyperspace, was like,
I want everything that's coming to Krusty the Clown, which is me, Krusty.
So instead, in 2019, he created Count Binface as a replacement. Here's another PowerPoint about his positions. This leads us to me researching and uploading this video because I hate Nigel Farage. I just thought he was a mean motherfucker, and everything I've found in my research confirms that. I love watching people subject him to public humiliation, and I would love for Count Binface to dog walk his ass in the special election for his chair. In my opinion, Nigel Farage's political beliefs exist as an extension of his pathological need to have power over other people and then harm them to reassert his position of that power. It's like, it's not enough for him to know that he holds a figurative seat of power. For some reason, he has to see people being brutalized, harassed, and abused, and when he ends up with some sort of blood or dirt on his hands, it's almost like a badge of honor instead of something you should be ashamed of. He's the kind of person who would kick you while you're down and then look you in the eyes when he does it so that you know he did it. And I don't think anybody like that should occupy any seat of government at any level. This video might have turned out a little bit shorter than the ones that I'm used to making, which are like deep dives, Wikipedia reading sessions and all that, because this is still ongoing. This is only about 2 months out from the original controversy, and I think only about 4 to 6 weeks of this sort of ongoing thing between him and Count Binface. However, hopefully you may have learned something. That's all I have for you today. Stay tuned for tomorrow, when it'll be tomorrow. Bye.